Alright, so I lied, changed the plans. Ouch. I overheated it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. In today's video, we're going to keep working on this a 7-inch force to shape chef's knife that I'm making. And I'm thinking about how I'm going to do the handle. So let's get right into it. So as I said in the first part of this build, which if you haven't seen, there's going to be a link up here for it. Right where my finger's at, it's getting a little card, so you can go check that out. And then you can come back to this one. But if you're already up to pace, this is what we're working on. I have the chef's knife. I want to use this piece of black micarta for the handle, but I want to add something to it. So I have this brass here, and I'm thinking I'm gonna cut some brass and layer it with some G10, some black G10. So I'm gonna do brass, G10, brass, and then the micarta. Or if I feel like a little something, I might go an extra layer of black micarta and brass. The brass is 1/8 and the micarta is like, I don't know, super thin. But I think one little piece of G10, not micarta. One little piece of G10 this thin. I don't know if I'm gonna like the look of it that much. But if I do multiples, this is the thinnest brass I have, so I can't go thinner. I wish I had some 1/16 or something. But the more I do, the more contrast I'll have, and then I'll have my black handle at the end to finish it all off. The knife has not been heat treated yet because I want to fit it up first to the first piece of brass. That way, in case I need to do any small details on it, I can file those out without an issue. And after I heat treat, it's going to be hardened, so I won't be able to file those out. So this is just to make it a little bit easier on me. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm going to start marking out my pieces of brass. I actually do think I'm going to use, I'm going to probably do 3 brass and 2 of these guys. And I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger than what I need because I know for sure my center is going to be slightly off because I am me and that's what I do. So I'm going to cut enough to where I have a little bit of wiggle room and I can fix my mistakes. So that's the plan. So I have the parts bolster fit up. They're loosely in there. They're not, I still gotta sand them nice and flat and nice and flush so they all mate well. But now that that's ready, I'm gonna start drilling in my part right here. I got it marked, prescribed roughly the center, and I'm gonna drill a 1/8 inch hole, dig in there until I get this guy fitting in there enough, and then we can start moving on to the next process. Alright guys, so we got everything fit up. It's looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna take it all apart and sand specifically these parts and this guy. And I'm just gonna sand it on a block and try to get everything nice and flat so it'll sit together right so we can do our handle glue up. Alright guys, and just like last time, before we mix up our epoxy, I'm going to put a little bit of wax on it just to ensure that it doesn't glue up to it. Doesn't hurt to help. Alrighty, so we're set up. Now I'm just gonna let it dry and I'll pop it off. Ouch. And we are out. Alright guys, so this guy is now dry. It got a lot heavier with the addition of the pieces of brass, but now it's good. It doesn't really go in all the way, so we're gonna have to heat up the tank and do a burn through, bring it back in there and fit it up, and then we can move on to heat treating this guy. Alright guys, so I overheated it and I undid these two. Luckily none of this came off, but I definitely undid this guy and this guy. So what I'm gonna do is put this guy back on, and I'm gonna mark it around and I'm gonna cut it to size. Alright guys, so we are out of the temper. I got the handle on because I ran into a little situation in which I overheated the actual epoxy in it. So what that caused was for the brass pieces to actually separate. This also separated, we knew that, but the brass separated. So what I did off camera, which I forgot to record because I was just so stumped on what to do. This guy's in there good. Was that I drilled holes and I did a pin system in there, which I just broke one of the pins undoing it because I was too rough on it. So I'm gonna have to replace the pins, but that's not a big deal. That would be able to hold everything together where it needs to be. I gotta dig this guy out, and I hope that's the end of my handle problems. But for now, we're gonna forget about that, and I'm gonna start concentrating on the actual grinding up of the actual knife. Alright guys, so I'm done with the hand sanding. I sprayed it with some WD-40 to keep it from rusting. And now it's time to start working on the handles. So I'm going to wrap it up in some shop cloth and tape it up to keep it from getting scratched. Alright, so I lied, changed the plans. I'm going to be using this piece of huina wood. I'm using this, and I'm going to take this handle, and hopefully I don't, yeah, my thing doesn't go that far, for sure. Still got the... So I'm gonna be using the back end of this piece of black micarta that I was going to use for my handle. Cut off a piece, and this is going to be the front part, and this is going to be the rest of the handle, and this is what I'm going to be using. I'm having way too many problems with this, and as pretty as this is, I can't get that piece of broken drill bit out, and since I can't get it out and I don't feel like wasting more time on that, that's going to be the best option for myself. So I'm gonna do that. Alright guys, and with the power of YouTube magic, I've already gone and cut these guys up. I went to my brother's shop and just his saws, so I could square everything up pretty nice, get everything nice and flat. It's time to drill our holes. Alright guys, so the piece is glued up. I didn't record it because my phone died last night. Alright guys, so I came inside to finish hand sanding the handle because it is very hot in the garage. The handle is hand sanded up to 1000 grit, and I'm going to go on ahead and give it a super glue finish like I did for the facial cleaver that I did. The wood is looking really pretty, but you can't really tell until you buff it. Once it's coated in, it's gonna look way better. It's a very, very pretty wood. It's a blue polishing compound with a polishing belt for a 2x72, and it worked great. So all that's left to do is glue on this handle and sharpen the knife. Alright guys, and that's it for this build. The knife came out really nice. It'll be available online if you want to pick it up. I'm pretty sure it'll go pretty fast. This is a very nice knife and I have it for a very good price. If anybody wants to pick it up, go check it out. My website's in the link in the description down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really like this video, check out this one right here where I make a harpoon shaped knife. It comes out really, really cool. Definitely recommend checking it out. Or click on the little logo right here to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. As always guys, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I got you on the next one. Peace.